I'm here with Culture Ticket.
The Culture Ticket.
The Culture Ticket.
The Culture Ticket.
Culture Ticket! Yeah!
With butter, not butter. Period.
What's up, y'all? This is your girl, the Butter Not Butter with the Culture Ticket. We got some very special guests in here. And we got some very special goals in here. As always, my girl Nate is in the building. How you doing, Nate?
Hey, it's your girl Nate Cold, and I am in the motherfucking building.
And then we got Oz Lachana Barnes in the building. How you feeling?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Lachana Barnes, as always.
And then we got another special guest, y'all, that brought us some goodies today. Okay, how you doing, Miss Onyx?
I'm good.
I'm awesome. I love these gifts that you brought us. I can't wait to try this on. So, what's going on, Onyx? Tell us what's going on. What's going on?
Well, I'm here today, so we can talk about the Onyx Closet. Which you can follow me first and foremost on Instagram at the Onyx Closet, or you could just simply Google the Onyx Closet and everything will come up.
Okay, and what is the Onyx Closet?
The Onyx Closet is my brand, and we specialize in all black wardrobe. We offer other colors as well, but our goal is to be the #1 supplier for all black clothing. We cater to all women, shapes, and sizes.
Okay.
Okay.
That's needed because I just seen a post literally that someone was talking about what I forgot which clothing company it was, but anywho, it was talking about basically them not having it was lingerie. Them not having plus size lingerie for like good looking plus size lingerie. I was like,
Right.
that is
everybody deserves to look good and wear what they want to wear.
Mhm.
That's how I view
I agree.
it.
Now, we're finna get into this game. You don't know, but every time we start our show, we start off with a game called Black Card Revokers. Basically, I'm gonna ask you a few questions that black people should know if you don't know.
Oh gosh, okay.
I need that. Okay.
That card is
Revoked. Okay. The first one is accordance of family. At every family gathering, there is always a room with what? A. Someone's uncle sitting in there by himself. B. Nothing but coats on the bed. C. Bad little kids in it. D. A baby sleeping on the bed. This one is majority's rule. I'm gonna say a baby sleeping on the bed. It's always somebody got their child sleeping in somebody's room, whether they know them or not.
Right. I want to say, I feel like all the answers are right. It's just the one about the uncle by himself in the room. I don't know about that one. I haven't encountered that.
I don't think I encountered. Well,
But I had the coats on the bed, the random baby sleeping in the room, and then
the bad kids, yes, just in there, just fighting and just doing too much.
Whatever.
But it's majority rule, so so right now it's out of the bad kids in it and the baby sleeping on the bed.
I'm gonna say the baby sleeping on the bed.
I would agree.
It always be a random
Not out. Don't
knocked
even.
out.
You wonder like.
It's the whole function.
And then don't let it be at your house. Don't let it be at your house. You walk in your room, you like, who kid is in my room?
Who is this baby?
Right, like somebody look at your kid.
Who is this baby?
The next one is, how long should a woman tolerate her man's unsuccessful rap career? A, to death do them apart. B, till they have kids. C, till the bill collectors start calling. D, till he has a side baby.
I would say, first of all, he's not gonna get to have a side baby because I'm gonna slap the shit out of his ass.
Exactly.
I would say, when we have kids.
That's when you gonna stop supporting it?
Yeah, because if it ain't working by the time we have kids, then you need to decide something else.
I'm gonna say none of those. If it's not right,
If it ain't
stop.
popping off,
Because
I can't support it.
I won't be supporting you at all. This is not it.
Parking lot.
Was that an answer? None of them?
No, it wasn't an answer, but that's my answer
That's
because
my answer too.
Well, you can't necessarily say if it's not working, it's working because it's many artists that are successful right now that took them 10+ years. Jay-Z is one of them. Like a lot of people, it took them years to get where they are now, and it all paid off. So you can't say you gotta stop supporting them because that's just like they can maintain a job and still, you know what I'm saying?
See, now that's a
Not
different
work out
factor
there.
in it. Now, if it's becoming something that like we just putting money into, then I'm like, okay, we might take a step back because we need to start seeing some sort of profit. Even if the sound don't sound good, let's get something back out of that studio time. Like that's
if I know that they are successful, I mean, they could be successful, the music is good, I'll support. But if I know that you're trash, no.
But what's trash to you might not be trash to somebody else.
Yeah, that's hard to gauge.
Because, like, you know how many artists people think that, oh, they just trash, but they ain't making money.
Yeah,
Like they say Ashanti can't sing, they say Rihanna can't sing, but guess what? They out here making millions, and Rihanna just crossed the billionaire mark. So it's working for them. So I mean, like, music, every type of music is not for everybody. You just gotta grasp your crowd.
Right. That's a hard question to answer because it also got to deal with love.
It's
you
a lot
know,
of factors.
because that's just like supporting, like, because I'm an artist. That's like my boyfriend supporting me and my art stuff and you know what I do. It doesn't always necessarily bring money back in, but I think also we gotta just respect the crowd to some degree.
You do gotta respect the crowd. I think when it becomes a position of where it's going to be, this craft is going to provide for us, that's when simulations begin. Because if this is something you're doing full time, you know, you're going to have to reap some sort of benefits because, I mean, we can't just starve while you, you know.
I would see how much work you putting in, how serious you're taking it. Like, if you know that you sound bad, and I'm telling you this don't sound good, if I don't see you getting some kind of coaching, investing in some kind of way to sound better, then no.
But I mean, like, you have to understand that you saying, "Oh, this don't sound good," they might be like, "Oh, you're not professional." Like you know what I'm saying? You're not a producer, so yeah, it comes to that. So it's like, it's some type of way you have to be respectful and support your dude or support your girl in a way, but y'all need to have a conversation that, hey, well, while you're doing this, you need to have an income. Like, something gotta be coming in the house, something gotta be, you know what I'm saying? You can still do this because I still believe in you, even if you think they trash. Like, you still have to, you know what I'm saying, push them, because you don't want to be that girlfriend that's you pushing them, but secretly you hate it. Like, you hating it, and like you don't like it, and it's kind of like showing that you don't like it, but you supporting it. And then when he make it big, he be like,
that's the other thing about it, is like the long term. Like, what are the effects of this and how I react to it? Like, you know, me not supporting them in the beginning. Like, I'll be honest, I got tons of friends that make music. Some of them are trash, and some of them are really good. And they know, like, they like to send me their music because I'll give them an honest opinion. I'm like, okay, well, I like the lyrics on this song. I really didn't like it on this one. But this one right here, this your flow. So keep doing that.
Well, with me, I'm an A&R, so I listen to artists all the time. I do music reviews, listen to them, so I know what sounds good. I know, what people are looking for. So, and there's plenty of songs that I listen to where I'm like, that's not my type of song, but it could be for somebody else, and I'll still give them a high score. But when I say I'm trying to see if they working hard and doing it, it's people that send music that they recorded on their phone, and they keep sending me. And it's just like, the amount of money that you paid for to send me this song, you could have went and got you some professional work done. So that's what I mean by taking it serious, is you're going to really invest in yourself to make this sound good and look right. If not, no. So that's what I don't care about none of that. If you ain't serious about it, you on your phone, in your room, and I'm telling you that you need to do X, Y, and Z, and you just don't want to listen, no. Because like I said, I'm in this field.
Right. I honestly never wanted to date anyone in the music business because it's just so complicated. And it's just like, I don't know. I don't want to make you feel bad if you don't succeed. Because that is like a burden. That's a burden to hold as a companion to someone that is chasing a dream that's damn near impossible. It's not impossible, it's hard. You know, to be an artist,
it is hard.
You know, it's
to
so
be noticed
hard.
Because there's so many people that's out there talented. Like, it's like, what's going to stick out from you?
And it's like
why
for
you?
Years
that's
and
a
years
big question
and
to
years.
answer, and I think that's why it takes some people so long to be able to even answer that.
But if you do it like a family, it's a family out there. They're like it's a black guy, a light skinned woman, and he kind of gives me like Kanye vibes, and they like.
I know you're talking.
They're celebrities.
Yeah, what's their name?
I can't really slip my mind, but I know exactly.
Yeah, and they're really popular.
It's a
really popular couple. I wonder if you could find them on Instagram so you can show them. But they like do this shit as a fucking family. They do this music shit together. So I feel like if your companion is on the same music level as you, and they're like interested in arts and stuff, like I feel like that would be more compatible than just asking someone who doesn't do it, because you got to be able to understand your partner and when they going through those type of changes.
I agree.
Dang, I wish I knew that name.
I know, me too. It's
You know what I'm
slipping
talking
my
about,
mind.
Marcus? It's a family. He
Start
wears.
with an O. It's like Onigwe or something like that.
Yeah.
Toby. Oh, they're dope. Toby
Yeah.
and the Wee
Yeah.
He's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know who you're talking
Those
about.
who I want to point out.
Yes.
I want to shout them out.
But if you
I'm
look
sure.
at the investment they put behind their stuff, because he even said I was not a rapper. My mom told me I was stupid because I think they're like African or something. And, you know, they don't believe in that stuff. Like you go to school, be a doctor or something. And he even talked about it. His mom didn't support him, but he still did it. But he also invested in himself.
Yeah, and they have a great story.
Yes,
Like,
I listen to their music.
Yeah, they're a really cool family, and I think they like really represent black love and black love and music.
But
really dope.
I love them. I listen to them all the time. But they're not even like Fat, his wife. They're not even like the
famous,
best artists in the world. But their whole stage presence, their performance, when they put on something, they put on.
And
you're gonna see them. Yes, that's what I'm saying. So when I say take it serious, we gonna have to do something.
That shit,
you know what I'm
they
saying?
collaborate and they
They're
put together different type of styles, and that shit
I like
stands
them.
out. So you gotta
check them out.
Yeah, you gotta really be a dope, individual to really get your shit cracking.
And I think that's the way it should be. It really is. It's a business at the end of the day. And if you can't navigate, like, you gotta, having talent just isn't enough.
Yes, you have to get
be
in
able
there
to understand what it is that you're getting yourself into.
It's a lot of untalented artists out here that are rich because of just being able to entertain people, being able to make good content, and what's happening now? Like police,
right?
You just got to be able to entertain somebody, especially if you aren't the best talent. And even if you are, because a lot of people are very talented that I come across, but they have no stage presence. Even Janae can tell you at the music summit we was at, so many people was talented, but the performance was boring.
Right.
They didn't want to watch it no more.
And honestly, we live in a day and age where entertaining the person goes over talent.
I think so too. Because if I can remember you made me laugh or you made me feel some type of way, like
your personality
you
makes
like
everybody in the crowd.
Yeah.
Like Cardi B.
Yeah.
Cardi B, she got famous from her personality.
Yeah.
Entertaining people that that's everybody like that ratchet stuff. It wasn't because she just had the flyest bars in the world.
She was just the loudest one out there and knew how to be comfortable.
Interact with the crowd and everything.
And that ultimately means be yourself.
Mm-hmm. Be creative.
Be yourself. Do you and do you to the fucking fullest. Okay.
Okay. So let's get into some of these topics. The first topic that I have is someone made a post and said, do you think that no dad is better than an inconsistent dad?
That's a hard question to answer. My gosh. And I want to say, I'd rather have no dad because I'm constantly, because that's like the story of my life. I'm not ashamed to say that. But it's like you can train yourself to not get your hopes up high when your father doesn't, show up when you expected him to. But it's like, why put yourself through that if you don't need to? I'd rather just have my father not be there. Like, I don't have the expectation of you not coming or, oh, my dad just didn't do this for me. Like, I'd just rather know that they just not there at all.
Yeah.
See, my views on that are different because I feel like when my father passed away, so me, like, honestly, like, I would just rather have some type of something. Like, and that's how we tell people, I'm like, man, like, if I could just have something from him, just even if it's you walking in and out today and tomorrow, I forgive you.
Some memories
yeah,
of your father,
just something because it's just like it was so short lived, and I know a lot of people that like they daddies came back later in their life, and they don't hold that shit against them. They just accept them, and then we just get used to them now. Like, cause that's why my cousin, her daddy just came back in her life, like a few years ago, but I'm looking at him like an uncle now. So it's just like I'd rather have you there sometimes because I know that my child will at least experience some type of interaction with their father because to say absolute gone, no.
That's how I
That's
feel.
not.
I feel like an inconsistent dad is better than having no dad at all. But the simple fact is, a child will always have those good memories, and the good memories gonna always outweigh the bad. And they're not gonna too much think about the bad, and that's when a mother has to be strong and actually has to talk to their child and say, hey, well, your father don't have it all right now, but he's, you know what I'm saying? Even if you're lying, you have to think about the child in the day.
Right.
Like he's not all the way together. He tries his best.
Yeah.
And sometimes the inconsistent dad comes from the mother.
Mm-hmm.
Like it could be their relationship not being so good, or it could be the mother keeping the child away from the dad. And so after a while, a person just gives up trying.
Yeah.
So it's after a while of you saying, oh, you're not gonna see your child unless you send me some money. It's always a money thing like that. Then it's the dad gets to be like, okay, well, fuck it.
And with
I'll just wait till they grow up, and then I'll have a relationship with her.
right.
Like I'm not gonna deal with her. Like, I'm not gonna deal with that.
And then with them being inconsistent, I know it's kind of weird to say, but it's like the child do have some type of like hope that the dad's gonna come eventually. And I know it's not maybe a good hope, but it is a good feeling though. One day your dad gonna show up. Cause one day he gonna show up. One day he is gonna show up.
I disagree.
I feel like he gonna show up
One
and
day
show
he
out.
gonna
That
show
one day he might
He
show up
gonna
and show
show
out.
up. And he gonna show out. I'm like, what's up, dude? Like,
I'm not ashamed to say because I had a Walmart daddy. That nigga said, "Oh, I'm going to the store. I'll be back." Like, and did not.
You
come
experienced
back.
that for real?
Yeah, that's a real thing that happened. He said it was Christmas Day. I'm going to Walmart. I'll be back. We didn't see that nigga for weeks. When he did come back, he brought used stuff for another child. And that's why I say, like, I don't want no inconsistent dad.
I agree with you. I'm gonna say no dad. I really say no dad because I experienced having no dad for 20 years of my life, and then I experienced that inconsistency when I decided I'm gonna give you another chance, and it's still like that now. You know what I'm saying?
That's how I feel
And
about it.
I just rather not. I just rather not deal with it because it didn't feel good. I felt better just without him there. You know what I'm saying? Because when I decide, okay, he's here, and then he didn't show up to anything. My dad, he didn't show up to. He lived 2 hours away from me. I always have. My dad didn't show up to no graduation, middle school, high school, college, nothing. He never showed up to nothing, no birthdays, no nothing. 2 hours away. You know what I'm saying? I experienced that. Oh, I'm gonna do this for you, and you never did it.
You might get a text. Might not.
No, I know. You're going to get that message. I got a message from my dad last year. We graduated Clark. He texted me on his birthday and said, in September, and said, I don't get no happy birthday. I was like, I just graduated. I didn't get a come back. He said, I didn't think that you wanted to hear from me. I'm like, but you thought I was going to tell you happy birthday? So I agree with you. I'd rather just know that. Just because I experienced both.
And I think, like, at a time, they kind of get to where they forget that they're not there. Yeah. And they don't care.
It comes
and then
naturally.
You kind of start to, like, accept it. So it's like, well, you're not here. Oh, well. But I look at it as just, like, with what I've seen with other people in their relationship. Like my cousin, prime example, I said, her father just came back into her life. Mm-hmm. And he won't leave now.
I think that's wonderful.
Yeah, because sometimes
he won't leave at all.
They have to feel like they're in control of their life now in order to be. Because if they can't give you what they want to give you, then they're going to give you half-ass. They're going to give you, or it can always come back from what they know. Their father wasn't.
I was about to say.
So it comes from a long line of things, and you have to like take it. It's sad to say you got to take it how it comes, and that's why I say inconsistent dad is better than no dad. Is because you're going to have some good memories. You are going to have some good memories, other than like
everybody deserves it.
Yeah, because some people fathers that's in their lives are abusive or drunks, and like it's like, well, damn, I'd rather them not be. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like it's damn if you do, damn if you don't. So it's kind of like it's not. It's just some people need to mature and grow up and be like, okay, well, I made this child. Like it's time for me to grow up. Like it's really.
I really feel like my dad don't know how to be a dad. I feel like he know how to be a friend because with my other siblings, he's like their friend. Mm-hmm. Like he smoke with them, drink with them. Yeah, so at 14 that's years old. You know what I'm saying? He's like, and even my mom, she was like, when they were together, he would always talk about how he hated his dad for not being there, how he would never do it. But it's like you turned around and did the same thing.
That's what he knew.
That's what he knew. And then, but for so long, because I ended up actually forgiving him. So we do talk, you know, sometimes now. But I forgave him like.
Have you ever asked him?
I asked him. I did. And like what he said was,
What do you say?
I get it.
Because you brought it up, so I had to ask. Just skip that question.
No, she has to say.
We could
Well,
definitely
no, she
skip
doesn't
the
have to say,
question.
but I would like
I get the emotions because I like.
No, it's definitely emotional.
It is emotional.
It's emotional roller coaster dealing
And
with
it
either
still
parent.
hurts you now.
Because it's
Yeah,
something.
as an
still,
adult.
Yeah.
and it's okay.
And
It's
affects you.
okay, yeah.
But at the end of the day, sometimes you have to forgive not for them, but for
Yeah,
you.
we have for ourselves.
So that you can
Move
be a
forward.
person and move forward and not be as affected by it.
Yeah, you need your own
And
peace.
yeah, you,
But
you,
what
you
was
gotta,
his- what was
you,
his
you,
response?
You gotta have your own peace at the end of the day. You can't hold it. You can't hold it in.
Y'all messing up my makeup.
Because it's
You
going
okay?
to, it's going
not
to
even
affect
messed
you.
up.
It's going to affect you. Every sense you get, it's going to affect your outlook on every man that you're around. It's
Oh
going
yeah,
to
that
affect.
too.
It's
Especially
going
as
to
a
play
lady.
factors in everything.
Especially as a lady.
Because that God figure in your life, that father figure in your life, they're supposed to show you things. They're supposed to show you how a man's supposed to be.
And
like, cause with my daughter, like, I take her on dates. Like, she's 6, I take her on dates. I open the door for her. Like, I buy her flowers and stuff for Valentine's Day. I take it to her school and stuff like that. She's 6, and she knows that are the things that a man's supposed to do.
That's how it
Like,
should
you supposed to open my door.
yeah.
Yeah.
You supposed to bring me flowers. Like, you
It
supposed
does
to, yeah.
It does such a disservice when women don't have their fathers in their life.
Yeah.
It does. Like,
Some tissue.
want to get some tissue?
Yeah, I think I have some. Where's it?
Tissue.
Which the
I think in that pink bag.
But yeah, it definitely plays a role on everybody in their
it does.
in a longer lasting.
Because I learned in therapy from my therapist is that especially when it comes to relationships, we tend to look for our parents in our significant other.
Yeah, definitely.
Women look for their fathers and men look for their mothers.
Yeah.
First I thought that was weird, but it makes sense.
It makes sense. It's like you
They look
this,
for what they
they
want.
look for
And everybody got a little trauma.
yeah.
Familiarity, and that's the other thing. You
Yeah.
look for things that you know. So whether it is something bad or negative, you tend to just
I
gravitate.
was talking
Yeah.
to a guy that his mom pretty much just dropped him off at the DCF. You know,
Mhm.
just gone. Just gone. So he has abandonment issues. Like, so it's like mothers leaving their sons. It's also
traumatic.
a traumatic experience that doesn't get talked enough about.
Yeah.
Like,
It's always
it's
the father.
It's always
yeah.
the father gone, and it's a lot of women abandoning their
Yeah.
kids, and these men are growing up and being abusive for one, or they're confused, or they're looking for a mommy. They're looking for a woman so they can suck on some titties. Literally,
Yeah,
that's what they're looking for.
Literally.
They're
It happens
looking
like
for a cub. They're trying to be a baby cub, and they trying to let
What
somebody
does the
suck
titties
on
got
them.
to do?
Cause that's what they remind me of. They remind me of somebody sucking
Why,
on some
Janae?
titties.
Like,
Because
why?
they do.
They
Like,
want to be baby for
it's just
real.
like, you want to just suck on my titties all day. That's what I look at a man that is a lack of mothering in their life.
Oh
They're
my
looking
God.
to be coddled, suck on your titty, and baby.
So if somebody wants to suck on your titty, you be like, yeah, I know you got abandonment issues.
No, not even that. But it's just like
Yeah, I
how
know.
he just know, like he just want to just suck on your titty all day. Like,
Your mom wasn't there.
Yeah, come
bring
on.
it, and you bring him in
baby.
like little boy. Shit. But that's not talking about. But Butter had a question in our chat that since we on deep topics and fathers about suicide. Is suicide selfish? I lost my father to suicide. So me personally, I feel like suicide is a selfish thing. I do. But I do empathize with people who do the act. But I'm the product of it happening. So, like, that shit, like, I saw that the young woman in Texas kill herself in a 2 collision accident, harming someone else,
Yes.
and then leaving 2 children behind. Not that I do sympathize with her, and I agree, like, I understand how she felt. We all feel like it's the end sometimes, but when we have kids, and it's not just us, it's a selfish act. It's like you're only thinking about yourself, because who's going to watch them kids? Who's going to help them kids? Them kids are left. And especially if you don't have no retirement plan, no funding.
What if they think that, you know, everything is better if they're gone?
Yeah.
What if they do have, you know, a plan for their kids or a backup plan, and they're better dead than alive to their kids, because now I can leave my kids all this money. Now I can do this and that. Now I can provide for them like I can. Like it's like so many different things that play a factor, because I think it's selfish, but I don't at the same time, because it's like their choice to end their life of, you know, what's her to continue to day by day hurting them.
Yeah, but
and at that moment they're not thinking about nobody, because at the end of the day you might have kids, but at the end of the day you have yourself.
Right. And I was gonna say that I just feel, yes, all of that is true, but it's like when you become a parent, you're not just living for yourself no more. So it's just like, even if you are just thinking about yourself, it's like you gotta also think about it's always consequences to your actions. When you commit a crime, you going to jail. When you do this, you getting a consequence. Mm-hmm. And to me, in my honest opinion, I do believe suicide is a sin. And it's hard to imagine me thinking that and then my father committing it. So it's almost like, it's like whatever. So me personally just going through that shit, like I just could never forgive him. And I'm just so mad with him because I'm like, damn, like you just left us. Like we just out here. So I feel like, as I said, an inconsistent dad is a better dad, because a man that would choose to leave, he had 10 kids. Mm-hmm. You chose to leave 10 kids behind, and everybody's lost in the stray. That's not fair. It's a selfish act, but it's a act that's excused because of mental health and because everybody is not as aware, you know, of that. Which that shit is real, and I'm not taking from it. But it's just like you got to think about your shit gonna affect around you. Now, if you rich and wealthy, yeah. Go ahead off yourself, because you can't do that.
Wow.
No. I disagree with that last part, but I agree with what you're saying. But the reason why I disagree with the last part is because, just like what I was saying, what if they're leaving them something behind? It's just like, okay, you left me with money, but you had this money too, and it didn't make you happy. So what make you think that's gonna make me happy?
When I say that, I'm thinking about like insurance.
Like life insurance
yes,
policies.
because most people have like
like
$1
$1
million policies, or they update policies when they know something or they feel it, because everybody feels like something's gonna happen when it's gonna happen. You can feel it. Mm-hmm. You can feel it. And
but I still feel like though, like the money though, like when you thinking about, if you thinking about because they gonna have money. At some point, I'm pretty sure you had money too, and that didn't stop you from wanting to kill yourself. So what make you think that your kids gonna say, "Well, Mama left me this"? Like, who's gonna be there to say that's not
kids
something
are fucked up?
Who's gonna be there to say that's not what you should do when Mama did it, when Daddy did it? Mm-hmm. Like that was just like, okay, shoot, I can do it too. My mama did it,
and then it makes your children more able to commit suicide.
That's what I'm saying, because
that's why the African American community need to believe in therapists. They need to start talking to their kids, or start talking to one another, or start, you know, voicing how they feel instead of keeping that stuff all bottled up.
Yeah, and I agree.
It's # Therapy Tuesday.
I did 2 consistent years worth. I mean, I'm in and out of therapy since I was 12. I'm 23 now. But these last 2 years that I did, it really helped me process my childhood trauma, and I needed help with that, and I didn't even know it. I didn't know my childhood was affecting the things that I did today. I would have never thought about that.
I feel like, and even just going back to the lady who just recently did a few days ago, it's selfish on her part because of how she did it in a collision accident. You put somebody else in.
Okay, so what happened? Tell me. Like,
she made a post about her being overwhelmed, about her taking care of her kids by herself. She can't do it no more. Mm-hmm. And then she said, I'm done with this. You know, she said something along the lines of, let me go back to it just so I'm not making up nothing. Hold on.
Because unless you were there with her, nobody actually knows. So she could not been having the right mind and been driving and just thinking about so much other stuff and then not paying attention. And then because her post
Freak
was
accident.
early, because her post that she made, it might have been like, okay, she did this because she posted that.
I think
And
she
then-
was driving on the wrong side. Like she meant to cause. She was causing this accident.
But even if that was the case, that's all we know because of what you posted. Checking out. I'm sorry, but I can't keep battling depression. To the ones who were really there, I love y'all. If I do succeed at this, please make sure that my kids are okay. Please, with a heart.
Oh, yeah.
So if you go and do that, that's all I know that you did.
Yeah,
That's all I know that you did. So again, even going back to the way it happened, driving on the wrong side of the road, you put somebody else in danger who had planned on living. You know what I'm saying? So that is, in some way, selfish.
Well,
That's selfish.
That's selfish.
You put somebody, you didn't just go drive off a cliff. You hit somebody to cause an intentional accident.
Right.
You could have lived, and
life.
this person could have died when I was trying to go to the store.
He fighting for his life. He was like on in a ICU or some shit. They said whatever. He was down.
But I definitely understand it. But I agree. I feel like people do need to get more help, and they need to become normalized. This week, I think I messaged like 5 people on Facebook because of suicide notes that I seen them posted. And okay, I'm done with this. When I'm gone, don't say nothing. When I kill myself, like I had to reach out to I think like 5 people, and I literally told them because all of them had kids. Like, like I sent a message like, you're not, doing this. You're not in this by yourself. You're not just living for you. You have kids that may go through this, and you need to be able to show them how to overcome this. So go and get help. Facebook posts, because everybody that was under their post was like, somebody was like, you getting on my nerves with this.
Yeah, but
No. Stop
See,
posting on social media and actually go, because they're not helping you.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, like, I know people that post that stuff just for the attention. Like, it's a lot of people that just post that, and then you can't decipher who's posting for attention and who's really affected and trying to grab
that's
the help.
emotionally exhausting to be trying to figure that out.
Yeah, it is. It is. So
but I still feel like even when it's
I actually
attention,
unfollow people that actually say stuff like that. I can't deal with it. So I just unfollow.
I can't, but
Like,
I'm sensitive when it comes to stuff like
shit
that.
every day. I'm not gonna go through that. I'm not gonna see it. I'm not gonna delete.
I'm
I don't care
sensitive
who
when it
you are.
comes to stuff
You
like
could be
that.
an auntie or a cousin. I'm deleting.
Bye,
And I'm
bitch.
following you. Bye.
Nah.
I always feel like I'm always helping and reaching out to people when I see stuff like that.
I'm the type of person
Even if
that
it is attention, because if it's attention, it's a cry out for help that you need
It's
something.
something else.
You know what I'm saying? Even if you really, you ain't finna kill yourself, it's a cry for help that you need somebody to talk to. Or you need somebody just to see you. And that's what I said. Like, I see you. I see your post. You know what I'm saying?
And it's like, why do the first go-to to release our feelings
It's social media with people who can't help. And that's why I told them, none of these people can't help.
Like, you don't know what's going on in my life in social media. Like, that's one thing I refuse to do. Like, you don't know. I post something today that happened that I was at an event from last year. Like, you'll never know.
Even
like,
on
what's
Twitter.
going on, like, on any of my social
I
media.
messaged somebody on Twitter. She was like, I'm done. I love y'all. This life
There's so many
isn't for me.
strangers on there. It's like, how can I put that job on somebody that I don't even know?
So that's why I just deleted and unfollowed, because I did comment one time. Well, I did, like, somebody wrote me or something, and they kept doing it, like, it was going on for, like, months. And I just was like, you need to just go ahead and do it if you're going to do it, or you're going to get help.
I
like,
refer people
pick
to
one.
therapy. Like,
I'm
there's a
not
clinic.
right.
There's a clinic
Like,
right
either
down
you're going to
the
go do
street.
it, or you're going to get help. Like,
Right.
pick one.
We had that conversation. Now it's time to, let's figure out a resolution.
All I know is I'm built to win. I ain't gonna take myself out.
You can't live for nobody else. Like, you can't
I can't
put
take
that burden on
myself out.
yourself and go through all that, and they end up really doing it, and you be like, but I just talked to him, and then now you feeling some type of way. I'm not trying to follow that.
A lot of people are crying for some affection, just for someone to be like, yeah, I see you. So it's just like, I think
$0.
I think it's okay to allow people to come to you and have a safe place.
Well, yeah,
because a lot of people don't have nowhere to go. So and that's why I was answering my own question. Like, I see why a lot of people go to social media, because they don't have nowhere else to go. They don't have nobody. Every people out here just alone. So that shit would drive me
And
crazy.
they really don't want to kill themselves.
But
and they really need help. You know what I'm saying? Like they really like my brother was literally making us. He posted something like he was about to commit suicide, and then when he came back to his senses, he was just like, I just be feeling alone. He was like, and I started drinking, and I literally just because his mom had just died. And he was just like, I feel alone. I know my brother ain't want to kill himself, but he just felt at that moment, I'm alone. My mom, the only person I got is gone. So people do just need that message for you to say you see them and they not being overlooked. Cause it's plenty of people who failed at trying to commit suicide and they realize I ain't want to do that. Thank God that didn't happen. So some people just be wanting people to see them. And like I said, I made sure I reach out to as many people as I see because it don't cost nothing to just acknowledge somebody.
It's really an unfortunate situation.
Yeah.
It sucks. Depression sucks. And depression is real. But that shit it's a disease. So you can beat it.
And that's what I always remind people why I refer them, like, get a therapist. Have someone just to talk to.
Because a lot of people don't know that your insurance pays for this type of stuff.
Yes, there's a Fulton County clinic right down the street.
Your insurance pays for this type of stuff. Or they have like walk-in free people that you can go and talk to and do all this. Like
And then some people don't know that other people going through stuff too. They must think they may not post. They may look like they going gravy, but you posting all yours and it's looking like you the only one going through it. But some people who ain't reach out to you that you was looking for probably going through the same exact thing.
They just really can't.
They really can't. They trying to get somebody to reach out to them.
Right.
So
everybody is going through some shit. So you are not alone.
Yes, but definitely go get help. When this video posts, any therapists, any Black-owned, I would hope.
Yes.
Black-owned therapists.
I watch Black Girl Therapy. It's on a podcast.
What you got to say? And the reason why I say Black because I just feel like we could understand each other better because we live this life.
That's true. My therapist and my psychiatrist were both Black, and that's probably the only reason I was there for 2 years straight.
And I'm not saying that no other color therapist could help you, but I'm just promoting the Black because they be out there and we understand the what the assignment is and why we created our business.
I don't believe that.
Really? Tell me why.
I don't believe in going to a Black therapist or a Black because they too have been in situations to where they can relate to you, but they come from a long line of how things was done. And so if you go to somebody from a different race and they're not familiar with this, they know the psychological issues there, so they can't relate to you. So that's kind of better because you have somebody that's different from you that's actually listening to you to understand you and understand everything there is about you.
That's what I was
other than someone that knows your background, that's been familiar with your background, and be like, okay, well this is wrong. This the X, Y, and Z. They just go to a familiar place of where they know. So that's why I don't believe in like.
I don't agree with that because I don't feel like everybody. I don't feel like not every Black therapist have gone through everything, but I feel like they can sympathize a little bit more of why this person could be feeling like this. This person, the therapist could have never went through any kind of depression or never went through any kind of trauma, but they can see why you would have it because of we're the same people. So I'm not going to categorize every Black person as they don't know how to help you because they can relate. I don't believe that. And I feel like...
I didn't say they can. I said they can. I didn't never say they couldn't help you.
I'll say my last therapist that I had that I finished up with, I can't say she experienced any trauma. Like, we had very deep talks with one another, and it's like what you're saying is how they would identify and be able to relate. She didn't really have that same experience, but what she did experience is growing up in a good neighborhood and having to deal with the racism of it. That's kind of where we related at. But in terms of, like, she didn't agree with everything I said. She didn't agree with everything I do, and therapists aren't supposed to, no matter the background. But speaking to especially an older Black woman in regards to my life situation and dealing with like both of my parents and addiction and all that, speaking to an older Black lady versus this younger white woman, night and day. Like I can't deny it. Yeah. Like it made me feel like this person was actually not just listening to me and looking at me crazy, because a lot of these white therapists will really look at Black women and put us on all these medications and send you on about your day. Or I've also been told by white male therapists, oh, I think you're being dramatic. And like that was my last time going to him. And actually, I said that's the last time I go to see any white doctor.
Yeah.
Whether
Because I know some people actually don't take, and I know a lot of doctors, real doctors, they don't take their job serious. They just over it. They're no longer happy anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It's no longer a thrill for them. It's no longer, they've been in this for a couple of years, so it's whatever. It's just a check to them now.
I think
you have to find somebody that actually loves enjoying what they do.
Right, and I will say that's hard to find in a therapist or a psychiatrist, because to me that's a shitty job, to listen to people's problems for an hour or so.
That has to be something that you, like I say, that's something that you love to do. If you love to genuinely help people, and not thinking about it, okay, well, this
right, it shouldn't be a job.
You know what I'm saying? Like it is genuinely because you're messing with somebody's life,
right?
Possibly.
And that's why I don't promote going to see a white doctor in regards to that, because I've been through it and it did not help me at all. It made things worse. Like, to be going to someone and I put in all that effort to get there, and it's like, you told me I'm being dramatic. I couldn't. I was like, this is the last experience. Like the previous to that, the white doctor I had, she just didn't want to see me. She was like, oh, I can't get you. I had military insurance. I know my insurance was straight. She just didn't want to see me. Maybe when I talked to her, the conversation was dry. It's like when you're in that position and you are in therapy and you're deeply invested in healing yourself, you know when the person you're talking to is not trying to help you.
You can honestly know by the first instance, like the first session.
Right. And therapy is nerve-wracking. Like, to sit there and talk to someone that you don't know and have them become completely vulnerable, like, that shit takes time.
Really?
Yes, it takes time. I was in there for 2 years. Like, I've never cried in front of a therapist until I hit that 2-year mark. Couldn't do it. But when you have a deep conversation with them on how it should be, oh yeah, you get in there, but it's hard to do that. A doctor that don't want to help you. I can't be vulnerable in front of somebody I'm just not safe with.
It is that don't want to help you.
Yeah, that part too. That part too. Because I'm not to say that there's plenty of white doctors out there with tons of black patients. There is. I mean, one of my other therapists, she was a white queer lady, and I think that helped her try to relate to me better. But the previous one, I can't say too many good things about them. I'm sorry. I wish I could.
Nay, I think you had another topic too. Or who had a topic? Somebody put something in. Let me go back.
Go ahead, yeah.
Okay. I mean, so because we're on like the whole race or whatever of doctors and stuff like that. My topic was why does parents their goal is for their child to go, African American parents, their child to go to a HBCU instead of going to any university to do anything to further their career.
My mom was never like that. I didn't go. I thought about HBCUs. I applied. I got into them. But when it came to me choosing, I just went where whoever was offering me the best scholarship money. Growing up, I was called an Oreo all the time, especially because of the way I talk. I'm from Virginia, it's just how we talk, and my family's from New York. So I was nervous to go to an HBCU. I can honestly say that. And so I also see what you're saying, why put ourselves in the same place as everyone else? Why not go expand your horizons?
Yeah.
Because there's plenty of doctor schools, and Morehouse isn't the only one.
Right.
Spelman isn't the only one. I get it. But, I don't know.
And then, it was my follow-up question for that question was, what you going to say, Julie? Go ahead.
Well, go ahead and ask your follow-up.
No, go ahead, because I got time to follow up.
Okay. So, me personally, I feel my mom never gave a shit, but it's I just could not picture myself going to a PWI. I just could not picture it. But that's me.
Mm-hmm.
That's me. You're different, So everyone has a different aspect. But me, I honestly, shout out to the HBCUs. I went to 2 HBCUs. I went to Grambling and I went to Clark Atlanta. So I'm an HBCU baby.
Mm-hmm.
I had a lot of hard times. I had a lot of shit that wasn't fair happen. That's going on. Especially I'm from Missouri. So I'm not saying so in Mizzou, that's a really racist ass school.
Mm-hmm.
And their black students was just rioting about race. I just feel I'm not finna go nowhere where I'm not wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Where I'm just already dealing with the bullshit of society. And then I even thought about the coursework. My class classwork at an HBCU compared to a PWI is completely two different.
It is, but you have to understand that's the downfall because why attend an HBCU when 80% of them lose accreditation or they're losing misleading misusing funds and they
but
you know
I don't think it's 80%.
like it's
these white universities, they're definitely misusing funds.
They are.
But they just get more access to funds.
And the reason why we're paying attention to
funds.
is because we're a private school and we're not getting the funding from them. So they try any and everything to dig into what we're doing. Because even with was it Morris Brown? They lost their accreditation, but it was with the money that they did, with the money that they was doing with it, they was helping the students.
But the thing is, you can lose accreditation and your students can still, attend there and stuff like that. Right. It's just they'll lose everything that they just learned, so they have to repeat classes. They have to repeat this. They have to repeat that. And it was a whole thing with Morehouse here when it was time for them students to graduate and all their scholarships and funds and stuff was gone their senior year. And it was like, well, I had this type of scholarship. Where is the money now? Like, and they had to move out their dorms. It was a big thing with Morehouse, and it's like it always happens with
it's a lot of the same
the
stigmas
HBCUs.
that Black people have in the real world. They put the same stigma on HBCUs.
Yes,
and it's like, yes, that shit does happen, but we have to realize it's like a small business, just like these. What school you went to? Kennesaw?
I went to
Savannah.
Yeah, I went to Savannah College. I went to the Atlanta campus though.
Okay.
Scattered Atlanta.
Well, like, if you went to like Kennesaw or something like that, like they have these same issues.
They sure do.
They just have more abundance of things, and they're just not getting, crucified like us. And it's just nothing but throwing salt on the game. And like I said, I don't necessarily agree with all that shit that HBCUs do. I do think that the financial department needs to be rectified.
It needs to be ran by somebody that knows their finances.
Yeah, it does need to be addressed, and it does need to be fixed because we do tolerate a lot of bullshit.
And y'all paying a lot of money to them.
And we paying
it's
a lot
the
of money.
housing issues that may be the saddest because I was one of those kids that relied being in school to keep me safe.
Yeah.
So for some of them to be like, classes start in a day or two, and you show up and you have no housing.
You have no housing. So, and I've seen like the HBCU housings compared to, because I was at FSU, and if you notice, FSU is like, if you ever been to Tallahassee, FSU is here. You literally cross the railroad track, and FAMU is right here. FSU, we have these townhomes. We have like basically everything for housing, and then when you go to FAMU, it's like as soon as you cross that track, it's straight ghetto.
Because it's private. Every HBCU is in the hood. It's private. We're not getting no money. We depending on donations.
But
we depending on donations. It's every HBCU in the world is in the hood.
No.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
I'm telling you, it is in the hood.
I mean, Bethune is not in the hood.
I'm pretty sure if you go a couple miles, you're in the hood.
But it might be adjacent.
It's always in the hood or near.
But you can say that FSU is in the hood too because it's literally right across the street. It's literally right there.
The same thing as Georgia State, right there.
So you can't say that it's because it's in the hood. Like people make the hood the hood.
But we also know
it is definitely the hood.
People
they're not gonna come and fix those streets. They're not gonna come and fix those potholes that are in the road. They're not because we're not paying enough taxes.
And do it.
Yeah.
We gotta go
and make it known that hey, these need to be fixed. These need to be this because guess what? Those white colleges, those white people are going to make it known. Hey, this is causing this. Hey, I'm reporting this because if the city if it's a pothole that busts your tire or that cracks your rim, you can go to the city and actually tell them this is what a pothole is. You take a picture of it, and they'll actually give you the money and cut you a check to fix your tires and your rims and whatever you paid out.
Also, I think what's not acknowledged is a lot of these HBCUs are coming off a white man's back. So, and I know that's like weird to say, a lot of HBCUs have started from slaves, like white men saying this is where y'all go. So it's like the whole standpoint of the HBCU, like I love the whole thing. I love it, but I'm living in reality of it.
Yeah.
If it's not a private HBCU, you're gonna have the bullshit of the government and all that shit. But Perry View isn't private, and their campus is damn near as good as shit. any other campus. So that's one HBCU that has taken pride in what they look like in actually renovations.
And it's all about how it's like,
but
how
they have
it's,
a lot
how
of
it's
people
ran
Mm-hmm.
and how it's maintained. Like, hey, be more strict on how y'all leave the campus, how y'all do this, how y'all do that, because at FSU, like, if you got caught littering, you got a fine. Like, you don't when it's taken that serious. Then
I just think about my whole atmosphere.
Yeah,
like my learning.
I learned so much stuff that I'm sure I would have never learned in the PWI about what was really going on in our history, all that stuff like that.
Okay,
now the administration, the poverty, like the trash and stuff, of course we can work better on getting that. But as far as like the stuff that's going on in the actual system, like Janae said, that's in every single school. We're just the only ones that's kind of getting put on blast about it, which still nobody should be doing it. So that is something that needs to get addressed, but it needs to get addressed on every single level and not just HBCUs. And if we're going to talk about how the community looks and how the environment looks, instead of trashing HBCUs and saying, why are you forcing them to come and help and put back into the to the HBCU system, period. But like I said, I enjoyed my time there, so I wasn't forced to go to a HBCU. And I don't know where you get them statistics from, but 80% of them has not lost their accreditation.
more than y'all have, they have lost more than like one time. Like every HBCU has lost accreditation.
I think with HBCU, honestly,
every HBCU has lost mismanaged money. To where students was at fault and students lost their time to graduate.
One about Howard.
Like it's a lot of them. It's not just the mainly ones that's in the black community. It's like the big ones too. So it's like all of them though. So I would not like playing with my education that's not an option.
Right.
So that's the mind frame that I think about. Like, yeah, it's a good opportunity, but do I really want to chance it? And when I get to my senior year, this happens. So now I got to do my whole senior year all over again, or now I got to find out where the funds going to come from when the funds was already there, or it kind of discourages you.
A lot of this needs to be kind of self-accountability.
How is it
self-accountability? Think about the student though.
But
like with me, like I had financial problems, but I was on their ass.
No, but listen, but
you know what I'm saying?
I was
there every week.
But say you have a scholarship.
Let me get my money.
So you have a scholarship, and your scholarship is already paid. So you're going into your senior year, just like the Morehouse students was doing.
Right, but every year you redo your financial aid.
With scholarships, it automatically rolls over.
Mm-hmm,
you don't have to do anything with your scholarship.
Right, but I'm saying you checking, you accepting, like you.
Not with your scholarship. It automatically rolls over.
They give it to you
your first year, and it rolls, and it keeps going over.
Every year, it should be on that. When they send you that basically that big ass receipt for tell you how much you need to pay.
Yeah,
that scholarship should be on.
It's on there, so you don't have to do nothing with your scholarship.
Yeah, that's
you don't have to do anything with that. After your first year, it rolls all the way through.
Honestly, I just couldn't do a PWI. I don't want my kids to go to one. I don't want them to be taught in an education that's not for them. I want them to be taught in a way that they can learn, that they can receive the knowledge, that they're receiving accurate knowledge, that they're receiving like-minded knowledge, and then it's just like, I know, like, yeah, education, but shit, y'all really, I went to college to have fun.
But let me ask, what did y'all study at college? Because I went to an art school. I didn't go to HBCU. I went to theater. You went for theater. Okay, I went for film and television.
Yeah, so it's the same thing, and I had a great time. We did a lot of shit.
A lot of networking.
A lot of stuff.
Well, I went for criminology. I have my degree in criminology and business. And it's just, with the HBCUs, it's like it's drilled about the race. It's drilled about the backstory that we never knew. It's drilled about this and that. When you go to what y'all call it, PWI, a PWI, no, because I don't really know.
No, it is. I don't consider SCAD a PWI because it was started in almost the 80s.
Yeah, so when you go to them, they're teaching you the finance classes, they teaching you business classes, they teaching you all that stuff that you need to know that what makes the world go around every day. You're learning that. And that's drilling.
You learning that
they're really drilling this shit.
That's the only difference. Is just the environment.
You taking those hard courses.
But just like you said your work was more easier than I'm saying
as by easier the way it's taught. The work that's required of me to do, like in the way that they're teaching me, I wouldn't have learned the same from a PWI and the work that I'm getting. It would have felt like high school and complicated.
But it's a lot of
because I went to a white high school.
African Americans at
it was a
PWI's
really
teaching
top.
because they paid.
It was a top high school. I went to high school in Dallas, Texas. And
I had all black teachers up until my senior year.
Oh, really?
Yes,
See, but
at FSU, I had all black teachers.
I used to go to high school in Dallas, and my high school in Dallas was a lot more complicated than college work. Like it was like one of the top high schools, like a mini college.
It don't have to be. It don't have to be complicated. I don't have to go to a PWI to get complicated work when I can learn what I need to learn in the simplest way.
Like I learned a lot.
My professors were movie stars. They were actually radio personalities, actually working in the field, not people from that used to do this before I was born. Now trying to teach it. No, these people are actually doing this. You know
I
what I'm
would say
saying?
Scott was like that too. We had real industry. I would say it's that's why I
Scott
say
is really good.
it's kind of different when it comes to what you went for, because when you are in the art field, and especially we're in Atlanta, so they're gonna find people in Atlanta that worked in.
I got so many connections just by saying I go to CAU or CAU alum. Oh what? Oh yeah, come up to this. I get so many connections, so I'm grateful for Clark Atlanta.
I think it's just the environment. Like there was a lot of black students at SCAD Atlanta, but I'll be honest, like for some odd reason we just wasn't in class with each other a lot. Like they're there, you don't see that.
I'm probably thinking like
and I just
totally
like,
different things.
I would feel like that's taken away from my experience.
How? Like, cause
I feel like where's my fun? Like where's my
But that's
where's my
You
fun?
they got the speakers in the cab. Everybody turning up.
But that's how we met though. We met in the cafe because when we went to class, that was it.
Yeah.
Like,
but the thing is, you go to class to learn, not to party. Like you're going to college to learn.
It is a disconnect for you guys. You guys are not connected.
And it was a disconnect. It was a disconnect for people who came to our school that went to Catholic schools or white. They was like, it was a culture shock when it came in.
But there's also foreign. We don't even talk about the white people, the foreign people that go to HBCU
and have to get accepted.
And they go.
They have to get accepted.
But you know, foreigners.
Scholarships.
But you know, foreigners get larger scholarships to go to HBCUs. White people get scholarships to go to HBCUs.
And you have to accept them.
So it's like so they get these things to go to HBCU. So.
That's a gimmick to me. I'm sorry.
It is.
They don't have to accept us for their school, but we have to accept them to come to our school. We had like I think maybe 2 white people. It was a tall boy. You know that I'm talking about that tall boy, and then it was a white girl. We had 2 white people, and I'm pretty sure they got a scholarship and came discounted to come.
Well, that's why I ended up going to SCAD. Like I considered Spelman and I considered Clark, but it's like at the end of the day, I just had to make the best decision for me, and it wasn't necessarily because I just wanted a HBCU experience or a PWI. I wanted just to get a good film and television degree.
But still at FSU, I got an HBCU experience because FAMU was right across the track.
I would say
so their frat parties, their sorority parties, like
now that I
the strip, like that. I was a part of all of that.
Yeah.
And we had the same thing at ours because they would work together as to, hey, y'all thought y'all's on this day. FSU, we're throwing ours on this day. So come to our campus, we come to your campus. And it worked like that.
Yeah, I would say SCAD is different because I did miss out on that experience because SCAD is private. It is private, but there are policies that we can't have any type of student life like that. We didn't have any Greek life because they viewed it as something that took away from our studies. We had sports. But we didn't go to no sports events. Like they didn't have no student crowd. Like they really.
That's a technical like.
No, it's an art school.
It's an art school. Mm-hmm. So it's
an
art school.
Yeah,
So
it's like
you
wouldn't have time for that with the way that our
no, I know.
Like, cause if I wasn't in class, then I was on set filming stuff for the next 12, 15 hours, and then either get up and do it again, or be at work, or like we at SCAD, like you don't have time to do that. Like you just don't care what student you are, what you into, what you don't do. You just won't have the time.
Yeah, you won't. Like it's so busy. Like your curriculum, like everything. Like
I don't know. They're not the prestigious school here, but I'm like I don't know anyone else that wants to keep their students working all the time like that. Besides SCAD. I hope nobody come after you saying that.
No, it's nothing wrong with that. Like they love to see they have a high success rate.
Oh yeah, they do. They do.
And that's what I'm all about. I look at the high success rate or the high graduation rate. Like I don't You know what I'm saying? I just look at things like that. They need to be factors when I'm choosing something for my life.
Yeah, you're right. And that's all that it was for me as well.
Man, I had a great time.
But
College
it's
was still fun.
no, yeah, college was fun to me.
Yeah.
College was fun to me. Like I experienced both lives.
Yeah,
I
it's just
experienced
your
both.
own preference and your own, comfortability. But me, I'm not forcing my kid to go to HBCU. If you want to go to HBCU, cool. If you don't,
Sometimes
cool.
on FSU campus,
I
was like, it's too
prefer
bad for me.
you to because it's just like
Yeah.
I know you would have the. I know you would be okay.
Yeah. And
So-
I learned so much about myself and my culture
Yeah.
and my history at HBCU
And
that
I-
I'm sure. they
And
would have
honestly,
taught.
I never was looking for the hidden facts. I like the vibe. I like the essence. I like that we getting dressed up. I like that we got the schools.
And see, that didn't.
I like that we turning
That's so
up together. I
cute.
like that we
Yeah.
making bonds. I like that we doing this. Like we doing this. And honestly, a lot of black people connect through college,
Mhm.
through HBCU. Like a lot of black people looking up to this experience. They're looking up to this family bond and this union. So I just think it's a great thing. If you want your kids to go to college, if you don't, shit.
It was,
I
just,
didn't
it
really
was
care
a
about
culture
college.
for me. I believe the good
Yeah.
definitely outweighed the bad. There was some bad,
Yeah,
but
very
the
good.
good definitely outweighed the bad. That's how me and Janae met.
Yeah.
And then just walking on campus and you seeing people in the group singing, rapping together, doing music, and you go into the cab, they got the DJ in there, everybody
Yeah.
just having fun. It definitely outweighed the bad. So
That's what
And
said,
I
it's a culture
forgot that
thing.
I was at a HBCU. Like I didn't even realize really that I'm at a HBCU. Like I'm like, oh, it is just a bunch of black people around. So you kind of just get like, you get used to
But
that
no,
shit.
I don't
Like,
know. I don't know. Maybe because I was at FSU, like a lot of black people go there.
Right.
Yeah,
A lot
but
of
see, a
black
lot of
people
these,
go
a lot of these PWIs,
So
a lot of black
it's
people don't go.
like-
Like Mizzou,
Like
y'all
it's-
gotta understand. A lot of PWIs, y'all face criticism against black people every day because we're like, why the fuck you do that to yourself?
I know it.
Like, why y'all, like, the kids in Mizzou, we want equality. Why the fuck you there?
See, now that's
leave
that
it
we
to
was
the
in
college.
Yeah, go to the place.
we had to do a freaking research project on the school while I was in school that had drew like racist
Miss.
mural. Oh yeah, I was like,
Why do black people
and
go
they
to
was
Ole Miss?
protesting. Why
Why?
were you there?
Oh, shit.
Like why?
Why?
No, it's not that serious. It's not that serious.
I know
But you
a dark skinned girl that went to Ole Miss. I
Mhm.
knew her personally. She said that her friends used to play and call her nigga all the time.
Yeah,
I'm
wouldn't
like, bitch,
subject
you got
myself
sat
to that.
there and get called nigga all
And
day.
then the girl, the black girl that went to the PWI, and her roommate was white, poisoned her
Oh yeah, and try to kill her.
and tried to kill her because she was black.
I
That
would
was the
never go
reason.
to Ole Miss.
No,
I don't see how
never.
y'all go.
See,
I'm
that's-
good.
that's
It don't
obvious
need
also.
that. That's like
But
going to
racism,
get
yeah,
killed.
but racism is taught.
I'd rather
Racism
live
talk.
than
It's
I'd
not-
rather have my financial aid messed up than have to
Than
get
to
it
be
fixed
sitting
than to
up
be
here.
dead, poisoned,
Right. Or
hung.
me feel like I gotta be called nigga every time, or me getting into attention with my damn teacher because he don't like niggas. Like, so it's like, he don't like me.
I
I can't get
Look,
it.
you don't give me 1 point away from a
Hey,
A.
I want to be comfortable, and I'm not gonna lie. I wanted my college experience to be easy.
Now those were issues I felt
I
like
wanted
I
it to be
encountered when I
easy.
did go to KSU. Is like dealing with those white professors and you the only black student in class.
I can't.
That's when I felt uncomfortable.
Why do that to yourself?
You're right. That's why I dropped
It's
out.
like why am I putting myself in an uncomfortable situation when I can
Right.
be welcomed by my family?
Mhm.
That's how I feel. But you went to you had to think about it. You was in a different area. These motherfuckers up here is different.
But Georgia is a racist state.
Yeah.
We in the South.
They are really racist here.
And I was in Louisiana.
Oh yeah.
So I knew about Rustin and all them other bullshit, like all that shit. Cause not across from us was like it's a little college or whatever, but it was a popular little college. It was a white PWI, and it was separate from us. Everything was nice over there, but we just like were separate, segregated. But they wanted to come party with the Grambling girls.
I
was like,
had a
right.
wonderful experience, like all the way around. Because I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna say like I thought I was better than everybody at FAMU, but I did. Cause I used to be like, we got a whole Chili's and Applebee's on our campus, and y'all got the cab. Oh.
See, like those things I like that too. Like, what's
Yeah,
my
like I
Facebook like?
no, but that was a joke between like us and like you know what I'm saying. It was a joke, but it's like things like the extra things like that, like them things that you play for, the necessities, like them. I don't know.
But every school got their little competition going,
Mhm.
even in Atlanta.
So this is a little off topic, but it's a random question. Do you guys think that it's harder to find a relationship or maintain? I'm gonna say both.
Maintain.
I'm gonna say maintain.
It's easy to find a relationship.
Shit.
It's bitches out here trying to get in relationships left and right.
It's wintertime too.
Yeah.
They don't even want
I would say fine.
I would
It's
say
hard to
maintain.
find.
For me.
It's hard for me to find.
It's maintain.
I'm
Yeah,
searching
maintain.
low
Because it's like you
and
find with
high.
somebody
You
and
can
they
find.
cool,
They
right?
cool, and then you gotta keep. And it's
No,
like
I find. You know what I find?
Mm.
I find motherfuckers that want to pretend to be in a relationship but don't want to really be. in a
That
relationship.
too.
So we may find a relationship, but is it really a relationship? Like,
well, that need to be discussed and defined when y'all like because honestly, me, I'm the type of person that we were gonna date for a while.
Right.
A while. When I say
like
a
to
while,
date
maybe
to
like a
marry.
year.
yes, I want to
Before-
date somebody and just be sticking
Before
with
we
that
call
person.
it, we
I
call
really
it is
want
what
that.
it is. Like,
I do.
and then when we do call it is what it is, we're gonna sit down and be like, okay, so we're exclusive officially now. Like it's X, Y, and Z. Like we're dating. But then you gotta maintain that person. It's like
Look,
Yeah.
see, this is different.
Extra work.
A lot of people try to
That
talk
hurts.
to me, but I'm not. A lot of people try to talk to me, but I don't. Yeah, it's easy to find somebody to talk to,
Mm-hmm.
but it's hard to find a relationship. It's hard.
No, it's
for the
okay.
black woman. For the
It-
black woman, because
honestly,
these men. Sorry, I'm not trying to cut you off.
no,
Ross,
go ahead.
but these men. I was speaking to this older woman earlier. These men have just basically flip the roles. It's
They have.
role flipping.
It has.
So they want us to be a millionaire bitch. We gotta have $1 billion in the motherfucking bank.
But y'all want the guys to be that though.
Yeah, but these niggas want
Not
that
me.
from us.
I just need
They
you
want
to
that
match
from
me.
us.
I just need you to match me at this point.
Oh.
Like I used to want
Shit.
some extra shit. I'm like, I need a nigga with a house, his own car,
Yeah.
and all this, that, and the third. But it's like, okay, I have that, but it's like you still need to match me.
Listen,
I
And they
don't
gotta
wanna
be
work
no
hard.
nice.
I'm
No,
done.
see,
I'm tired.
I
I
need
don't want to
somebody-
work.
I need
I don't want
somebody-
to do shit.
I'm just like I need somebody to match me. I have a car. need
You
to
have a
car.
Yeah.
So
I have
it's
a
a
house.
battle of
You need to have your own house.
confusion.
So when we do move in together with each other, we're gonna put our houses on the market for rent. Or you keep your house, I keep my house, and we're gonna move in together. So when I'm tired of your shit, I'm going back to my house. Cause this is something I pay mortgage on or tax at the end of the year for.
Mhm.
Like I have my car, my house, my bank, my money.
I think that
Like you gotta match my energy.
if you guys have the same things, it's a lot better because it's no competition.
It's
Yeah.
no competition. It's no.
That
well, you
and a lot of
making
these
this,
men are
this,
competing
yeah.
with women.
Yes, people get jealous of their
They
spouse.
They
They
do.
get jealous of their
They
spouse.
get
because
jealous.
of maturity. Like a lot of people
Oh.
are not mature enough.
Especially me.
A lot of
It's a lot of
people are
single
not mature
women.
enough.
It's a lot of single women. It's so much. The women to men ratio is so like fucked. Like
It's because y'all curving the good guys because they
we are curving the good
y'all
guys.
and
Aren't
y'all
we?
curving the good guys and going for the hood niggas
Yeah.
that ain't
Yeah.
mean
Yeah.
y'all shit
Speaking of
because
hood niggas, Janae said she done with the hood niggas.
I know.
You
Listen,
guys?
y'all curving the good guys that's finna make those
I'm
6,
done
7
with they
figures,
ass.
and y'all curving them.
Yes, and that's my dumb ass fault.
Y'all curving the
I'm
good
going
niggas.
For the hood rich. You know what I'm saying? Hood rich, leave you beat up in the
Y'all
alley.
curving the good niggas because I was once one of those. No, for real, 'cause I was once one of those good niggas. Like I was
Your ass
once.
not.
I'm still a good nigga. Don't get me wrong. I'm still a good nigga. But I was once one of them niggas that cared about what you did today, or that text
And you
you
should.
nonstop. And they don't want that. They want a nigga that's gonna ignore them all day and be like, bitch, what the fuck you want? You texting me like they want them type. So now I gotta be this type of person because that's what you want. So now I'm comfortable with being that type of person. So now it's a given. So now when you date
That's like,
me,
bitch, I don't give a fuck.
yeah. Now when you date me, that's the type of person you gonna get.
Bitch, you up? Good night, bitch. Bitch, good night. Sleep good.
Like, for real, like they don't
out,
talking
man.
to at the moment, but I call him Wizard Kelly because nobody knows what he looked like.
Okay.
And
Hold
every
on,
time
I got a disclaimer. Wizard Kelly was tall, and that's all I'm gonna say.
But no, but no, because every time we take a
Proud
picture,
family.
it's me, and then you see the back of his head.
Mhm.
Or you see like his head cut off, or you see like his hand. You never see his face.
Yeah.
So I
This
mean,
man
I post
threw him
like,
a whole picnic, a lovely
me and
picnic,
Wizard
and cut him out.
Yes.
oh, he did. He surprised me. Like I was going through a rough day or something like that, and he set up like a whole like when I say a VIP picnic, like
It
at
was
Piedmont
nice.
Park.
It
He
was.
put me because he know I don't like outside. He know I don't like the sun.
Right.
So he put me in a whole cabana tent that you zip up away from the bugs. Had the wine, the liquor, the food catered,
cute.
like everything. It was really, really nice, and we stayed out there from like 6 in the afternoon to like 10 at midnight. And then at 10 at midnight, the lady came and we told her we were done, and she came and got all this stuff, and she packed up, and she was like, "No, we just leave it here. Like she gonna come do all that."
And see, like,
It was cute.
it's a difference if
very
you dating a
romantic.
hood nigga or just,
They
you
not
know,
doing that
a
shit.
black man. Because a hood
And
nigga,
I didn't know, like me personally, I didn't know how to take that. I was like, why? Like I was like,
He was like, "Yeah, what is this?"
I was like,
"Oh, this cute. Why you do this?"
I was
why you
like,
let me blood?
now I'm like, well, what do he really want? Like, what is this? Like, what?
So you really love me?
like, what do you like? No, for real. I was like, what?
Oh
You,
my god!
like, what you
Hold
want?
on, hold on,
Like, I
nigga.
don't like
Wait,
it.
wait.
I feel like it's hard. And going back to the question, it's definitely harder to find a relationship. Maintaining, you just gotta have you just gotta know how to communicate and comprehend with certain stuff. Communication and comprehension is definitely key when it comes to trying to maintain, because y'all gotta understand each other, understand what makes this person mad. You know, what does this person not like? You know what I'm saying? Because you may not like somebody, but the way somebody else was raised, they do that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's not hard to maintain. It's just about, dang, did you eat the hoopa tip? It's gone.
I feel it.
Honestly, like,
Or hungry.
just stay away from hood niggas. They is
Yeah.
Are you done with them for real? Because if you come back next week and then
She
talk
coming
about
back. She going back.
I don't know
No,
why.
she
I
like,
keep talking
what's
to
that
them.
TikTok thing where they be like, hood niggas good boys, and she over here the good boys,
Yeah,
and she
and you
tips
run
on
back over there.
to the hood niggas. Yeah, that's
No,
true.
No,
no,
she was mad at him. She was mad at him when she made that post.
Hood niggas are they have so much trauma.
Tell me about it, because I got one.
I'm scared of him.
they got so
Oh.
much trauma. Then they just retarded. I just
See?
can't do it.
Mm-mm.
I can't. Oh God.
They
I don't even care if he got
right
money.
now.
Just leave
Retarded.
me alone. If you're hood, I can't do it with you, bruh. Just
So
leave
what
me
makes somebody a
alone.
hood nigga?
Like,
Make some a hood nigga.
it's
Woo,
just the disrespect.
shit.
It's just the
The
lack of respect. It's the lack of the respect. Like, it's
So how do you determine it when they walk up to you?
You just
Oh,
know.
Well, honestly, sometimes you don't know. It's
Right, shit. Nigga, it's the disrespect.
like
That's
it's who his mama raised at first. That's who you meet. Who his mama raised.
And you be
And
like,
then
this
you later find out who the
motherfucker.
street raised, and you like, oh yeah, this
That
Man.
part, because they show you. That's
They show you
that's
what
the thing about hood
they
niggas,
show
though.
you the respect.
They can be very nice.
Sweet.
Yeah.
They can be
So
very
sweet.
sweet.
But it's on
buy
their
you
terms.
anything, spoil you.
It's on their terms.
on their
Hey,
terms.
shout out
But
about
the-
you the diamond.
But the
necklace.
next day, bitch. You know what? You're like, wait, hold on, bitch. Bitch. Hold on. So I'm like, bitch, you gotta be a bitch.
Oh, that's
So-
toxic. Because I know some
That
niggas
is
that are
toxic.
sweethearts and they do not talk like that.
No,
You
they
gotta
really-
toxic.
No, see, this is the thing. Like, I'm toxic. So then I get,
Me too.
I get to saying, hoe ass nigga. Like, I get to calling you all type of hoes, bitches,
bitches.
sluts.
Yeah, see, you
Hello.
started.
I am
Janae
provoking.
like the ones that she talk junk and they slap her up and she be like, slap me again.
I'm provoking.
That
Honestly,
shit
but
turn her on.
I realize sometimes you just gotta tell a nigga, bitch. Like, you
So
gotta,
you-
Yes,
That
you
is the
do.
ultimate disrespect. Like
you
that
gotta
right
be like,
I know people that talk to people like that.
yeah, from up
bitch,
north.
sit down.
Like when I went to New
And
York.
that nigga gonna
no,
sit the
when I
fuck
went to
down.
New York for the first time,
He slap you.
I'm from Miami. I'm from Miami. And
Back up.
women don't get out of line in Miami. Like women don't get out of line unless like
Bitch.
I don't know. But I went to New York.
New York
no.
bitch gonna tell
I
you
went to
all
New
that.
York and the girl was like, she was talking to her dude like he was like she was a nigga. She was talking so hard. And I was like, please don't hit her. Please don't. We in public on this bus. And he was just like, listen. And like he got up off the train and he just got up and walked out. It was like, come on. And he held on.
I'm a nag.
Remember the other dude we had on here? He said that's how the girls talk in New York.
Yeah, like they
Oh
aggressive.
yeah.
I'm a
They
nag
is
aggressive.
the Bronx. They not taking no shit, especially
Like
from a
they're
man.
aggressive.
Oh no.
Yeah. No, I really don't like to be like that. It's like when you
You need to stop
disrespect
being mean
me,
and music.
because
I
niggas
be
will
mean
try
enough.
you.
They will. They will try you and they'll
hood
try
nigga-
you
The
again.
hood nigga will try you and then lie about
That's
it.
why his ass sitting at home hungry. I
Yeah.
didn't cook him shit either.
You know what? Don't lie to me, okay? If you start telling lies and I
I
start
mean, he love you.
hold on.
That's love.
But he starts lying.
When you
Yay.
start lying,
That's love. He don't want you. He don't want to hurt you. So he got to
Then
tell you a lie.
don't hurt me.
but if you getting caught every time in your lies,
He just needs to do
What
that.
he do, girl? You want to tell him so bad. What he do?
He just needs to
He
he need to learn how to lie.
What he
I
did?
can't even say this.
Did that girl
This
pop
shit
back
is
up again?
embarrassing.
He needs to go to line
This shit is
101 class. He
embarrassing,
missed that
man.
class.
Niggas is embarrassing as hell, but I'm single though, so.
Yeah, for right now.
No, seriously, I've never been. We're never in a committed relationship. He just acted like my nigga, and that's a problem. You can't act like my nigga, provide like my nigga, and don't want to be my nigga.
You got the ultimate relationship. That's
You
it.
got the
trying to
ultimate
get on that.
finesse.
Yeah, I don't even have to have sex with him,
Oh,
and
you
he
got-
still do everything.
But that's how.
But I
so
be
many
thinking like, are you
niggas
fucking another bitch?
Wow,
You
man.
worried about it
You
wrong.
worried about the wrong stuff.
Yeah, everybody say that, but no,
I know you are.
I probably am.
But
it's
why?
like, bitch,
Why is that even
why?
that?
Because I love you, and I want to be together.
Exactly. A
I
nigga
thought
doing
you
all
didn't
that shit for you.
I do, and I'm tired. You're not gonna play with me.
That's that psycho shit.
Smack your ass,
That's-
man.
Look at
Right.
your eyes. You're
Yeah.
crazy.
Like for
Man,
real,
no.
like keep a
He
vibe.
crazy.
He wanted
Because
he
first
doing
of all, how the
relationship
fuck? First of all, bitch.
Like he
Why
had
is
his
you
own
fucking?
house.
First of all, nah, fuck that shit. This motherfucker disrespectful, okay?
How?
Cause
She done had a flashback in
No,
here.
I'm not in a
I-
relationship.
yeah. First of all, you trying to be my nigga though?
No, he's
No,
not.
he
He's
not.
trying to be his girl.
Right, it's a difference.
No, that's bullshit. That's bullshit.
No.
If I say when we first met, I want a nigga, then you better be my nigga.
He
You
knew
Wait.
so
better
much
be.
not
The fuck?
to.
Yeah, you what the
You
fuck?
gonna
you doing?
force him?
Why you giving me money? Why you paying my bills?
Because that's
Because-
what you wanted.
Yeah, he want, and it sounds.
know what
good.
you expect.
It sounds good.
That's what you
But
expect.
it's not okay when you thinking a nigga fucking off and you laying down.
That
That's
would
and
not
drive
your
me
reason.
and you
crazy.
like, is this nigga fucking off?
That would drive
Janae
me
the type when they
crazy.
laying, they cuddling, she laying on his chest like, I got a question.
Well, he said.
Right, you gonna fuck up the whole move. Now I gotta go home. Cause now you with the bullshit questions.
Yeah,
now I gotta go home.
Yeah, he said
Right.
you don't like
You just fucked up
questioning
everything.
him.
Yeah,
should
you
probably
fucking
stop
fucking
questioning
But
him.
he depends on me for certain shit. Not
That's
like
why-
financially,
that's why-
but just like do this to me. Do this to me.
But he give you money.
Yeah.
But it's not
He
even
buy
about
you-
the
he buy
money,
you
it's about the
stuff.
respect.
So
You got
Y'all
hoes.
not together.
You got hoes.
Y'all not
Y'all
together.
You said y'all were never together.
Right.
Yeah,
Are
We
you
can
doing-
have
Are you
hoes.
doing a lot? Were you doing a lot for him though?
Not financially, but I've been doing a lot for him spiritually.
That shit don't matter.
Yes.
That shit don't matter.
He did say, Nate,
I pray.
you're a fucking bill. I'm like, I know. But it's not like he doing, I said, bitch, you do the bare minimum.
But he doing
He do the bare minimum.
what he
though.
don't have to do at all. Y'all not in the relationship.
You said y'all not in a relationship now. You talking about I love you. You got hoes. He's
We
supposed
fall in
to.
love
Listen,
too.
But he
supposed
said,
to.
it's
As
not,
long as
I
he
need
taking
help.
care of
I
you.
need help. Because he said that we is, so he don't want to be in a relationship.
So respect.
But yeah, okay. First of all, that's cool. But this is the thing though. When we first started talking, it's baby did. I love you. I want to be you, my girl. When he
You
first
should've
met
known
me-
he-
Yeah,
You
listen,
should've known he
you're
was
my
lying.
girl. I'm
Yeah.
not your man.
That's it.
That's-
He said, he gonna tell me one day. I hung up on him. I said, we friends. breaking up. Because
Y'all was never together.
But I'm saying we going our separate ways. I said, give me my shit, bitch. And we going our separate ways. I don't want. Give me that hat back. Give me all that shit.
You taking that?
I'm taking everything. I'm a petty bitch.
See, you know what? I'm not that petty. Like, I will leave a relationship. I'm the type that I will leave a relationship and leave you with everything.
Hell no, I want my shit
Bitch,
back.
you want?
Hey,
Listen,
nah, bitch.
Hold on.
I don't need you to be like, oh, can you come up? I need to get. No, take the matter of fact, take the whole living room. Take all that shit.
No,
but
you
listen,
want this half or you want this half?
No, we got that dog together. No, I want to see the dog every
No,
now and then. No, take the dog.
Cause
I'm
you
gonna
ain't
give you a
getting
new.
shit back from me.
Take the
But I want
dog.
my shit
I'm
back
gonna give
from
me a new one.
You taking everything?
Take the dog. I'm finna buy me a new one.
Nah, fuck that. Bring
know
me
me
that
do-
shit, bitch.
You know how many
Give
dogs
the
I
page.
done went through because of past relationships?
Damn.
Like, no. Like, it's like a child. Like, no, for real. Like,
Bye-bye,
oh, can
dog.
I come see the dog? Oh, yeah, you come.
No. What's happened?
And then when
Dog
he come to get the dog, he wondering why all the dog shit packed. Oh, no, he wants to live with you. Like, I don't want any communication with you no more. So,
You
Take-
can't
you
talk to the dog.
take this dog.
And it's all
Dogs
Because
are
you
the
can't,
worst
you're not
shit in a
finna
relationship.
take this dog and have my dog around the other nigga.
right. The fuck.
You're not finna, my dog ain't finna.
But
That's
see,
just
this
like,
the thing.
nah, you're not finna have my
That's
dog
what's
around
wrong
the
with
other
y'all
nigga.
men.
Like,
Look,
that's
So
disrespectful.
first of all, he gonna tell me.
Mhm.
He gonna tell me. One of them is like one of his fucking dreams.
Oh,
The
God.
one he would never meet again in life.
Exactly.
He's gonna tell
What he told you?
me. You know, basically that he was like, Janae, you gonna miss out on a good. This like, no, you gonna miss out on a good nigga, cause you
Why
want.
he talking like this?
That's how he
40?
talk. But no, he older, but he like,
we didn't hear that part.
he 30. But he was
Not
like,
that older. That's not old.
but well, older
I
than me.
was just saying that because he's 30.
But he was like, Janae, you gonna miss out on a good nigga wanting a nigga be your man. I'm just your friend. Be my friend.
Right, be his friend. Be his friend.
That would
Be
drive me
his
crazy.
piece. Take his money. Like,
Yeah,
just,
that's what everybody tells me to do.
right. So
can't do
it's
that.
Yeah, that's what everybody tells me to do. But I'm not a fucking city girl. I want to be fucking. I want to be your wife.
You said on the last episode, I want somebody that's gonna give me. That's where you give me that from. Then when somebody is giving you, you want to get.
you want me
Something
to more.
I get mad because I feel like
You crazy.
you should be committed to me because I'm worth that.
Exactly.
He don't
But
want
he
you.
He has to later find that out.
But I would think asking like, why not?
But why play that role though?
But like
He wasn't. He told you. He not
Look.
playing that.
no, when we
You
first
playing
started
that.
talking, he said that he wanted me to be his girl. The first
yeah,
time.
his
He ain't
girl.
said that. You
Yeah.
a
Like,
soul.
you're my
I swear to God,
girl.
my father said
Those
that.
I'm not
Those
your
fucking
guy.
words.
But that's
You're
how
my
women
girl.
are though.
But see, look, but he didn't like when I went on a date and he popped up on me.
But you're my
But you
girl.
popping up on me on a date though. But I'm not your bitch, bro.
But you're-
Yeah, okay.
You're not. You're
But
my
you-
girl.
But you popping up on me on date.
Is he
You're
together?
my
Yeah.
girl.
He walked in there. First of all, he came in there with a fucking work outfit on. Like he was at work. He don't even work. And he came in there. He was like, "How the fuck you know her?" I was like, I don't know him. I don't know what's going on, but I'm just saying, like, you'll pop up on me. You'll act like we not
Yeah, he
together.
acting like he your man, but
Yeah,
he don't want
but
that
you don't-
commitment.
But you don't know. You want to have your hoe. You want to be a whore.
And then come home to you. That's not cool.
You want to wrap
That
me
shit
up
drive
in a
crazy.
you want to wrap me up in a piece of cake and put me in some saran wrap and put me to the side when you good and ready.
No,
Nigga,
he's
fuck
not
you.
putting you to the side.
Fuck you, nigga.
He's
'Cause
not
I'm ready
putting you to the
now.
side. You can do you, but just be secretly when you do you. Don't
Yeah.
let me find out that you're doing you.
No, I'm gonna let it be known. I said, got these hoes. Haha. I said, oh, I'm matching. He told me he got hoes. I said, I'm matching your hoes. Every hoe you get, I'm getting 10.
See, now you just being a hoe.
Now I'm just being a hoe. Yep. I ain't gonna fuck with
Now
her.
y'all just being lame.
Well, yeah, we just being lame. It's
Yeah,
fucking lame.
it's getting that
No,
tip
you're
for
doing
tat
tip
now.
for tat.
Yeah.
Because he's not doing tip for tat. He's still doing him. You're doing
Yeah,
tip for
he's
tat.
doing him, and it makes me
But
infuriated.
y'all not together. It's
Because
like y'all not together
He'll
though.
text me things
But he
like-
can't do that and then
He
pop
does
up on her
relationship
though.
shit.
That's
He
what I'm
does-
saying. He can't do
Yeah,
that.
he does
and then-
Yes,
relationship
he-
shit.
He's not doing
Definitely
anything
can.
that
She's not allowing him to do.
he's
Just
not doing
don't-
anything outrageous.
Just
Like,
don't
how would
pop
he
up
know
on
where
me
you
at
at?
a date.
I don't know.
Is this?
That day he said he had a tracker on my phone that day.
He probably do.
I don't know. That nigga weird.
You need to leave him.
He is.
Oh,
weird.
so he's hood, but he's also smart like that too?
No, that's not smart. That's crazy.
That nigga.
Y'all confusing.
Well,
me
most
too.
hood niggas don't know how to work phones like that. That's why I said
I
that.
think he's lying. I
Maybe
think he just seen me.
Is
heading
this-
out the
is
house.
this-
They be just stupid.
The third
Like,
that I seen.
Where?
The twin.
Oh, 20, yeah. 20 is in the twin.
No, because I got a good nigga too, and he's
That's-
33, and
that's
he does
stupid.
some of that same shit. Like,
He trapped
Hey.
y'all.
I don't give a fuck.
he likes to know where I'm
That's
going all
my-
the time.
My
That's-
boy looking outside.
that's
He
how I
out there.
feel.
that's my thing. Like, don't question me. Like, don't.
I'm not
Bitch,
gonna
but
question
don't
you
question me
if
about
you
where
don't
I'm
let the hoes just gotta be on limit. Like, okay, how your
I can't
hoes?
deal with that at all.
But how your hoes at? No, it's reality though. I don't wanna share, but it's reality.
I thought you
and
said
it's
you
love.
were down for the poly.
For the right man, yeah. But not honestly, no. Fuck that. I don't want you to have nobody
So now you
what
being
happened?
selfish.
Because
So
she was
now you
all
right.
poly.
Now you being selfish.
She was all poly.
Now you're being
I
selfish.
believe in generational wealth.
Now you want to go back on the
and,
game plan.
I was saying that for the bitches that want to do that.
No, you was saying it for you. You was in there trying to prove me why I should.
Right.
It's unrealistic, but it's unrealistic.
I was talking shit to.
But you say that's the reality
I'm
though.
still
Like,
down
you
for the
really
poly.
think men just can't stay to themselves no more?
They can't.
Because I don't think women have that issue.
They
Because
don't.
I think when women are in a relationship with a man, they're committed.
Because we're
They are.
emotional.
Oh, that was one of my topics. Can a woman say no to a man with money? Do women say no to men
No.
with women? No, they don't. They don't say no.
I say
They
no.
don't know, or they don't say,
I
I
say
got a
no.
nigga.
I
They don't
don't.
say that.
Even
Or they
when-
might say, I got a nigga, but yeah, we can still fuck around.
You gotta be the type of
I say no.
girl to be into shit like that. Like, you gotta
Yeah.
know how to maneuver.
Somebody
Like,
was just
It's
trying
a
to
lot-
talk to
it's
me
a-
in the
it's a
store.
job.
And girls can get away with it because we not expecting it from the girls. They do it.
No,
So that's why
a
it's.
lot of men out here finessing women for their money and tricking them out their money.
I mean, girls do it all the time. So it's our time. It's our season.
Is it? But
We
it's,
gotta-
it's,
hold on, I
it's,
gotta
both,
write
it's,
that
both,
as a
it's,
time.
both, it's both ways. Like, it's both ways. Like, it's the men getting over on women, and it's the women getting over on men.
Mhm.
And it's like it don't matter. It's like everybody. Like, and so it's like you getting over on me. Like,
I see. No, you crazy.
I just honestly, I feel like he might have said that he doesn't want to be in a relationship, but I
Might
feel
have,
like
he did.
He did.
you just know, then, like, dealing with a hood nigga, like, for real, they be confused like that.
Yeah.
Like, he knows, like, you probably have the best interest for him at heart. It is just, like, they can't
I've
get
done
out of
that.
that lifestyle. They like being in the streets.
I've done. Okay, so I don't.
yeah, he want to be out there. I'm like, well, what's out there?
But
Like, what is
I
out
should
there?
have seen.
so listen.
This
So
ain't nothing but hoes.
I've been that
I'm
type.
past
Like
12 a.m. If
I've-
you ain't fucking, what did you
I've
doing?
been that type that I had somebody good on my side, but I'm like, we're friends, we cool, we can still fuck, we can still do relationship things, but I don't want a relationship. Like, I don't want it. And then I go and cuff the hoe that I was just fucking with. Like, like it's
That's
things like that.
confusion. That's
Like,
confusion.
it's
I don't
not.
think it's confusion. It's you didn't want that person. You
Right.
didn't really want that person.
They
Right.
were literally okay. Cause you gonna find it if you keep searching for it.
Loneliness kills. It do. Being lonely, me living in Atlanta, being by myself, not having family here, not having my day-to-day people I can go kick it with, like all that shit, like being lonely, that shit kills. I'm coming to your shop.
I'm right up the street.
I know.
You come to my shop anytime.
I know.
Literally, like
I'm
5 minutes
literally-
away.
I'm literally walking distance from your house.
It's just me.
Like, you catch your Uber, it's like $2.
I'm gonna come up there because I need to be doing shit.
Like, it's
But I do
nothing.
be lonely and the motherfucker be distracted by a nigga, like a nigga that's
Exactly, you have to keep things that's gonna keep you busy.
Yes, because I gotta keep it on the money.
Because when Wizard Killer is
Like-
here visiting, he gotta keep things to keep him busy. So that's why he got the dogs. That's why I bought him particularly a dog. I spent $3,000 on that dog. So he'll have something to fucking do while I'm at work. Don't bother me. I'm at work. When you gonna be home? I'm gonna be home whenever I'm home. Like, whenever I get there.
Well, damn.
Anywho,
Like, now I be like, well, what you waiting on when I be home? What you doing? So I gotta look at the cameras.
the cameras inside the house.
Oh, yes! I got cameras in every room.
Damn.
That's how
Hallways, outside, back door, every room. We got cameras in the chateau. The house you been to too.
I know.
Out there, we got cameras every room, every house, every outside. You can see every angle.
Well, let's get into, let's about to wrap this thing up, but let's get into your business again, girl. So tell us about, you know, what kind of stuff you offer. Where can everybody, you know, find your clothes? Because this is cute.
Yes, thank you.
I'm wearing this.
Shoes, mine.
Girl, how you get everything?
No, it's another pair of shoes
Girl, I like
over
pink
there.
pajamas too.
You can't fit them, honey.
How do you like pink?
Yeah, you definitely said that.
Yes, y'all can follow me at the Onyx
I like
Closet.
these.
www.theonyxcloset.com. You
Yeah,
can place
that's
your
a
orders through there. Everything is fully functional. You can find me. But we specialize in black clothing. But I still have like other clothes too. Like I do pinks.
When
and
you say
blues.
black clothing, you talking about like all
All black.
the
So
color?
like black.
Oh,
So
okay.
like black matching sets. We have black jeans. Some of them have like different designs on them.
What you doing with my shoes?
You say teeth and those.
No, I don't. I have
But you
one.
got yours over here though.
That's an outfit.
That's Janae's.
Oh, so now it's your name.
Right. I thought it was
Sorry. I would
I
have had some more stuff.
It's fine. I'm gonna go to your Instagram.
I'll
I'm
take
actually buy some.
Please
I
let me
actually
know.
buy-
Send me a message.
I'm
and
no, you
we'll
have
chop
both
it
of
up
them.
too.
So what's new? What's up next for Onyx Closet? What do you have planned?
So right now, like the winter collection that just dropped, I
Mhm.
finished shooting that up. And I will say, like my brand is a drop shipping brand. So when I'm like doing my stock purchases and things like that, I'll have a few samples on hand, like this right here, for photo shoots and stuff like that, and then to get to customers. But right now, I'm just pushing my winter collection. And then hopefully we'll have our summer one drop coming this spring. But yeah, I've just been focusing on the seasons right now, trying to like really like get my social media presence up. I mean, previously when I was working for other people, that's what I was doing. Like I worked for influencers and I kept all that down pat. So I'm trying to incorporate that into my own business a little bit. It's a lot. Like working for yourself, ain't no
She's
such
talking-
thing as a real day
Top
off.
of the 3 people that work for them.
Okay.
Yeah, ain't no.
Yeah, ain't no-
my motherfucking
Ain't no
ass.
such thing as a day off. Like,
It's-
really.
it's-
You work all the time.
It's
Spiritual.
not.
I literally just made a post. It was like it's like in entrepreneurship, it's literally like one day you'll be up freaking thousands of dollars making sales. The next day $0. The next day $0. The next day you done made $300. It's like it's fluctuating, but you just gotta really stay strong. It gets hard out here for him.
Yeah, it was going really good in the beginning, and then I think that's the part that like discouraged me a little bit because I started this back in January of 2020. I was like in class. That's how I knew I wasn't doing anything with my degree. I was so checked out. I was just doing whatever I wanted, but I was real interested in this because I mean at this time this is what pre-COVID, so e-commerce was already blooming. Like people were just shopping online because they wanted to.
I'm gonna say, COVID actually helped me
Me too.
in my business.
It helped a lot of small
Me too.
businesses.
Like it helped
Yeah.
me in my business because it went from me charging $20 and $30 haircuts to $150 haircuts, and I was waking up like every day like, oh, I got a cut today. All I did was one cut a day.
I feel like with COVID, with the business that I'm in, people needed me. You know, they needed to get some more extra money when it came to them getting stimulus checks and all that stuff like that.
Yeah.
PPPs, they spent more money,
Yeah.
so it was good for me.
And that too, I will say, and I'll say shout out to Biden, a little bit of Trump because he did some of those
Man,
things.
no,
we should
no,
have
they should
kept
done-
Trump
no,
in office. That was
I
one
know
dude
you
I
was a
voted
Trump
for Trump.
supporter.
Really?
I voted. Yes, I did.
I didn't know he was gonna say that though.
I voted
know
for
what
Trump.
said.
I did.
wasn't gonna
Because
say
honestly,
that.
I'd rather have somebody that's going to tell me, no, I'm not going to do it, than somebody that's going to tell me, yeah, we're going to try to do it, and it never happened.
Mhm.
Like, Trump was very blunt.
Man, fuck Biden.
He was very blunt about what he was going to do and what he wasn't going
He
to
did
do.
because he was definitely in there for himself.
Yeah,
So that's it.
definitely.
Like,
But he definitely was the one who pushed it for us to get more
He
money.
did it, Joe.
Like, he definitely was pushing, like,
And that's why I say like if y'all don't know, like if you did you all
Joe, we did
know about
it.
the EIDL loan?
Yeah,
You had to be in a low income area to
Mhm.
get it, and that was $15,000. Right
that's
there.
it's
People
still like
need
that
to-
now.
yeah.
It
But
have-
But
you have to be
shit,
in a
I
low
live
income.
in a hood area, but it ain't low income.
Yeah, yours not gonna be registered as.
Oh no, I get
yours
it.
is in
Wait, have you-
Iowa,
wait.
so-
Yeah.
Have you looked it up?
You know, I
I done tried every goddamn.
I live right down the street off MLK right here, so they gave it to me right away.
I'm gonna say, oh, if you on over here, I'm finna say this is my address right here, cause when we pulled up the other day,
wherever you running your business out of, that's the address you use. So that's what I put, and that's why I said that like a lot of things that Biden was doing when he came into office, especially when it came to the SBA and giving funds to the government for small businesses, there was a lot of resources out there.
Mm-hmm.
So I had no choice but to like go ahead and grab at it. So I did, like, just in terms of just working for yourself, it should be tiring,
girl.
but I love it though.
Trust me.
I really want it. I don't think I want it any other way. I want to work for myself.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy because I was looking at something the other day and say we quit our 9 to 5s to work 24/7.
Right.
Because as a business owner,
I'd rather do that. I'd rather work.
Owner, we work 24/7. Well, I never had 9 to 5. I had 9 to 5 one time in college, and y'all know how it happened. I quit the same day.
I'd rather do that though. I'd rather work 60+ hours working for myself than working 40 hours.
Yeah,
working
because
somewhere
you're building your dream.
Your
instead of
dream.
And
helping
that's what I
somebody
was
else build
doing.
their
Like,
own.
I was an independent contractor before this. And I signed so many NDAs. I'm not even going to speak on the company I was working for, but y'all probably know who it is. The waitress.
Oh, okay, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I was working for them before. And I was in the digital marketing department. And I was also, because of my film background, I handled all of our on-location shoots. So a lot of, like, the photos and stuff y'all see, like, I put all that together.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and one day I just asked myself, because I'm like, if I could do this for this company, and I ain't getting this amount of money, because I'm not touching anything that they actually making, why can't I do it for myself?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I was like, I took a leap of faith, and I quit that day. And I was like a year ago. I think I worked, like, 1 or 2 jobs here and there, but, like it's a real, you gotta have a real hustling mentality.
Yeah.
Yes, you gotta be
Definitely.
strong.
Yeah. You gotta be able to take that rejection, take those critiques.
Come up.
You gotta be able to lose a couple thousand at a time.
Hello.
Jesus.
You gotta be okay with that shit and still make sure you get your bills paid.
Right.
So,
I definitely agree. This was a great conversation, y'all. We can definitely wrap this up. Shout out to our special guest from Onyx Closet. Tell everyone where they can follow you at once again.
yes, at the Onyx Closet on everything, www.theonyxcloset.com. We specialize in black clothing. Follow me, use code LOVEONYX for 20% off your first purchase.
Okay. Nay, where can they follow you?
Y'all can follow me at Nayco with 2 D's. Okay.
And then we got my boy Oz over here.
Yeah, no, as always, y'all can follow me at I am Porcelain King on all social media platforms.
Every time it's Oz's turn to go, he start laughing.
He
He start going. Alright, y'all, we out of here. This is the end of this episode of Culture Ticket. Peace outie.
Bye.
I'm here with Culture Ticket.
The culture ticket.
The Culture Ticket.
The culture ticket.
Culture Ticket!
With butter, not butter. Period.